Good evening, and thank you for joining us on The War Diary. On the 380th day of the war, here are the main highlights of the day at 7 p.m. Beirut time. Israel has bombarded Beirut's southern suburbs with 5 airstrikes since the early hours of Sunday. This wave of strikes follows warnings for civilians to evacuate Hezbollah's stronghold areas. 2 airstrikes targeted the Hadath area, a third hit a residential building in Har Tahrik, and a fourth struck near Behnam Hospital. This surge in airstrikes comes after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's allegations that Hezbollah attempted to assassinate him by attacking his residence in Caesarea. Netanyahu labeled the alleged assassination attempt a grave mistake and declared anyone who tries to harm Israel's citizens will pay a heavy price. Israel targeted Hezbollah intelligence headquarters and an underground weapons production facility. It also claimed responsibility for killing Ahmad Ali Hussein, the head of Hezbollah's weapons production team. Throughout the night, Israeli forces struck dozens of villages and towns in southern Lebanon, targeting the Nabatea district for a third time this week. The national news agency reported that the Israeli airstrike on the Kamal complex of Nabatea's western entrance resulted in multiple casualties. Other airstrikes affected over 50 locations, including the border villages of Farshuba, Bint Jbeil, and Khiem, all of which have experienced intense fighting and reported casualties. Clashes erupted on the Ait al-Sha'ab front, where Hezbollah fighters engaged with the Israeli army. The outskirts of Burghaliya in the Tyre district were also bombarded, resulting in 2 deaths. A heavy airstrike also targeted a building in a popular housing neighborhood in Tyre, while 12 airstrikes were executed in rapid succession on Khiem and its surrounding areas. The Israeli military reported a significant operational focus, stating it attacked more than 65 Hezbollah operatives in southern Lebanon under the direction of its northern command. Additionally, Israeli media reported that air defenses intercepted a suspicious aerial object off the coast of Haifa, although no alarms were triggered. In the afternoon, the Israeli military noted that approximately 70 projectiles were detected crossing from Lebanon into Israel, with some intercepted by the country's air defense system. The Israeli army also claimed the elimination of 3 Hezbollah militants in various strikes. The Lebanese army reported the deaths of 3 soldiers on Sunday, killed in an Israeli strike that targeted their vehicle in southern Lebanon. This incident brings the total number of true casualties to 8 since the outbreak of an all-out war between Israel and Hezbollah last month. Israeli media also reported that the Israeli army plans to deploy an additional reserve brigade to its forces operating in southern Lebanon. For its part, Hezbollah announced it launched rockets at an Israeli army base east of the northern town of Safed, claiming to have fired a significant rocket salvo. Further rocket salvos were reported at Israelis near the village of Merkaba and soldiers west of Adaisi. Notably, a Hezbollah drone launched from Lebanon fell in the city of Haifa. In Gaza, civil defense officials reported that an Israeli airstrike on a residential area killed at least 87 Palestinians, including women and children, in Beit Lahya in the territory's north. The death toll since the onset of the war now stands at more than 42,603, according to the Gaza Ministry of Health. The Israeli army's Arabic spokesperson Avichai Adra'i shared a photo on his platform on X showing Palestinians, women, men, and children from northern Gaza being forced to evacuate, noting that their number has reached 5,000. Internationally, the Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abul Ghait, is scheduled to visit Beirut early on Monday, October 21st. This visit will last for 1 day and aims to hold discussions with Lebanese leaders, according to Ambassador Hussam Zaki, the Assistant Secretary General of the League. Zaki explained that the Secretary General's visit aims to consult with Lebanese leaders on ways to address the ongoing Israeli attacks on Lebanon, which necessitate a minimum level of understanding among the Lebanese. The visit also aims to encourage agreements regarding the presidential vacancy, which has become crucial for completing the constitutional leadership in the country. The French Minister of Armed Forces, Sébastien Lecornu, has called for a ceasefire in Gaza and Lebanon and urged for a containment of tensions in the Middle East. That concludes today's recap. Join us tomorrow for another overview of the situation. Until then, stay connected on This is Beirut's website and on all our social media platforms.